Okay. Good morning, students. So, in the previous class, we have completed the theory part, theoretical concept of waves. So now, in the today we have solved some numericals on the waves. Some important numericals on waves. Okay. So, you know how I will solve the numericals? Write the question. I will dictate the question. You have to write. I will not write the question. Question I will not write. First you pause the video and take a pen and paper. Take notebook and pen and start writing. Then only you will understand. So pause the video. Better. Okay. So now write the question. How far does the sound travel in air? How far does the sound travel in air? How far does the sound travel in air? When a tuning fork of frequency 250 Hz. When a tuning fork of frequency 256 Hz. When a tuning fork of frequency 256 Hz makes 64 vibrations. Makes 64 vibrations. Makes 64 vibrations. Question mark? Question mark. Velocity of sound in air is equal to, given there is velocity of sound in air is equal to 320 meter per second. 320 meter per second. So this is the question. They are given. So these all are the given things. So frequency of a tuning fork is given. A tuning fork is there and the frequency of the tuning fork is 256 Hz and it makes 64 vibration. It makes 64 vibration and velocity of sound is in air is 320 meter per second. Then what is the distance travelled by sound? It is distance travelled by sound. So that is they are asking what is the distance travelled by the sound. It is how far does the sound travel in air. So distance travelled by sound in air. So now, so we know that it is distance travelled by a wave in one vibration is equal to its wavelength. The distance travelled by a wave in one vibration, that is distance travelled by a wave in one vibration. In one vibration is equal to wavelength. Is equal to wavelength. We have studied. That is in the theory classes we have studied the different definitions for the wavelength. So the distance travelled by a wave in one vibration is equal to wavelength. And we know that the formula for wavelength, frequency and velocity, it is V is equal to F lambda. So therefore lambda is equal to so V divided by F. So V is velocity of sound. Velocity of sound is 320 and frequency is 256. So on simplifying you will get this one as 1.25 meter. So 320 meter per second and this is 250 per second cancel, so meter. So you will get wavelength as 1.25 meter. So this is distance travelled in one vibration and the number of vibration given is 64. So therefore total distance travelled. Therefore total distance travelled by sound, by wave. Sound anta ಏನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, wave in 64 vibration, in 64 vibrations is equal to 1.25 into 64 and that will come so to be 80 meter. On calculation you will get the answer as 80 meter. So the distance travelled by the sound in air in a 64 vibration it is 80 meter. Understood? So this is simple questions. So this type of questions you have to understand. So when you understand these type of questions, then you will understand more and more about the theory concept. Okay. Simple. 2 marks or 3 marks question. This is not a 5 marks question. Okay, no problem. Whatever the marks may be, the question is important. Okay, next question. Write down the next question. Simple questions will start in the beginning. Write down the next question. Question number 2. Question number 2. The speed of a wave in a medium. The speed of a wave in a medium is 960 meter per second. The speed of a wave in a medium is 960 meter per second. You please stop. The speed of a wave in a medium is 960 meter per second. You please stop. If 3600 waves are passing through a point, if 3600 waves are passing through a point, if 3600 waves are passing through a point in the medium in 1 minute, if 3600 waves are passing through a point in the medium in 1 minute, comma, then calculate the wavelength. Then calculate the wavelength. Then calculate the wavelength. You please stop. See the question. So what is the question? Once again I will read. The speed of a sound in a medium is, that is the speed of a sound in a medium is 960 meter per second. They have given. And if 3600 waves are passing through a point in the medium in 1 minute, it is number of waves passing through a point in 1 minute. Number of waves passing through a point in 1 minute. That is nothing but frequency. Number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. We call it as frequency. So 1 minute. So first write it for 1 minute, then you convert it into seconds. You will get that as frequency. So that is nothing but frequency. So frequency F is equal to, frequency F is equal to 3600 per minute. 3600 waves are passing through a point in 1 minute. So 3600 per minute. And it is in second, if you have to write 3600 divided by 60 second. So then you will get, so that is 0 0 cancel. So you will get 6 6. So you will get 60 per second. So F frequency is 60 per second. This you have to understand from the given data. Okay. And they are asking a wavelength of the wave. And we know that the wavelength of the wave is given by, it is lambda is equal to the same formula. Lambda is equal to V by F. Lambda is equal to V by F. So V, velocity of the sound in that medium is 960 meter per second and the frequency is 60 per second. Per second cancel. So lambda is equal to. So on calculation you will get this answer as 16 meter. Calculation is left to you people only. So this is just a 2 marks question. So the wavelength of the wave is 16 meter in the second question. Understood? Try to solve such kind of simple numericals. These looks like simple numericals and small marked questions, but they contain the meaning of the theory that you have studied in the classroom. These questions are from the basic understanding of the chapter. Okay, these questions are only from the basics understanding of the chapter. Okay, next question. Next question, third question. Write down the third question. Write down the third question. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar, 2 kilometers long. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar, 2 kilometers long. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar, 2 kilometers long. And two sounds are heard at the other end. And two sounds are heard at the other end. and two sounds are heard at the other end. Once again I will read the question. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar 2 km long and two sounds are heard at the other end of an other end. And two sounds are heard at the other end. At an interval of 5.6 seconds. At an interval of 5.6 seconds. At an interval of 5.6 seconds. Give full stop. This is only one sentence. This much question is only one sentence. Okay, next, continue question. If the velocity of sound in air is, 330 meter per second. If the velocity of sound in air is 330 meter per second, find the velocity of sound in iron. Find the velocity of sound. Velocity of sound in iron. Velocity of sound in iron rod is the question mark. Okay, see here. Once again I will read the question and I will try to draw the diagram. Diagram just for your understanding. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar. That is, there is a iron bar and a source of sound is placed. We know the source of sound. A vibrating body. A body which is vibrating, that is the source of sound. Whatever in any body which is vibrating, that is called a source of sound. So it is a source of sound. A source of sound is placed at one end of an iron bar 2 km long. The length of this iron bar is 2 km. 2 km long. And two sounds are heard at the other end. How many sounds are heard at the other end? So here there is a person. So how many sounds? Two sounds he will hear. Will hear two sounds. Are heard at the other end at an interval of 5.6 seconds. So that is time interval between one sound and another sound. Time interval between two sounds heard is 5.6 seconds. If the velocity of sound in air is 330 meter per second, then find the velocity of sound in iron bar. So what is the velocity of sound in iron bar? So that is question mark. Understood? Okay, see here. So when a source of sound makes one sound note, let us say only one sound note it is creating, and here the person is observing two sounds. So this is due to the difference in the velocity. That is, the sound travels through the iron bar as well as through the air medium. The sound travels through the iron bar as well as through the air medium. So one sound is heard. One sound is heard due to the travel of sound in the air medium. Due to the sound in the air medium, and another sound is heard due to the sound in the iron bar. And the time difference between them is 5.6 seconds. And the velocity of sound in air is 330 meter per second. And what is the velocity of sound in iron bar? Hope you understood the question. First, understanding the question is important. Okay, see here. So the person will hear two sounds because one sound will enter from the air into the ears, and one sound will enter from the iron bar into the ears. And we know that the velocity of sound is different in iron bar. That is, velocity of sound in a iron bar, that is solid bar, is given by V is equal to under root Y divided by rho. That is Young's modulus divided by density of the iron bar. But the Young's modulus is also not given, and density of the iron bar is also not given. If the density and Young's modulus are given, then we could have used the formula velocity of the sound in iron bar, V is equal to under root Y divided by rho. Y is the Young's modulus of the iron bar, rho is the density of the iron bar. You will get the answer. That is velocity of the sound. But here the Young's modulus is also not given and density is also not given. So whatever the given data, from that we have to calculate. So why two sounds are heard? You understood that point? Because the sound through the iron bar travels faster and the sound through the air will travel slower. The velocity, we have studied that velocity of sound in a solid is greater than velocity of sound in a liquid, and velocity of sound in liquid is greater than velocity of sound in a gaseous medium. So velocity of sound in gaseous medium is least, and velocity of sound is highest in a solid medium or material medium. Okay, sound is a longitudinal wave. So two sounds are heard because the one sound travels through the iron bar. Through the iron bar it reaches first, and after some time the sound through the air will also reach us. So that's why the person will hear the two sounds. So therefore, so we can very easily calculate the, that is velocity is given, time interval between the two sounds is given. So we know the velocity of the sound in air, and we know the distance travelled by the sound in the air. The distance travelled by the sound in the air is 2 km. So time taken by sound in air is, it is t is equal to, it is we know that velocity is equal to distance travelled divided by time taken. So time taken is equal to distance travelled divided by velocity. So distance travelled divided by velocity, and distance travelled is 2 km. So 2 km, and velocity of the sound is 330 meter per second. So kilometer meter, so convert into meter. So 2 kilo, so that is 2000 meter, and divided by 330 meter per second. So meter cancel. So time t is equal to, you will get, so whatever the answer you will get, so that is on calculation you will get it as 6.06 second. So this is the time taken by the sound in air, that is the sound which is reaching the ear in air. So don't assume that this distance is longer, sir. So nothing. Here the sound will travels along the rod also. Okay. Don't think like that also. So if I draw the diagram like that. Okay. So the time taken by the sound to reach the person in the air is 6.06 second, and time interval, that is time gap, it is time gap between the two sound, time gap between two sounds, that is delta t is equal to 5.6 second, and so that is t dash plus t is equal to 5.6 second. So therefore t dash, that is t dash is the time taken by the sound in the iron bar. Let us say t dash is the time taken by the sound in the iron bar, and t is the time taken by the sound in the air. So t dash is equal to 5.6 minus what is the time you got for the 6.06. A time difference they have given. So you can write this directly. So t dash is equal to 6.06 minus 5.6. So t dash is equal to, t dash will come out to be 0.46 second. So this is time taken by the sound in the iron bar. T dash is the time taken by the sound in the iron bar. So therefore the velocity of sound in iron, the velocity of sound in iron bar, it is V iron is equal to distance travelled divided by time taken, and distance travelled is 2 km only, it is 2 km, and time taken by the sound in the iron bar, that is 0.46 second, 0.46 second. So therefore velocity of sound in iron is equal to 2000 meter divided by 0.46 seconds. So velocity of sound in iron, on calculation you will get the answer as, so 4348. You do the calculation on yourself, 4348 meter per second. So this is the velocity of sound in the iron bar. See here, very large value. Velocity of sound in iron 4348 meter per second, whereas velocity of sound in iron is 4348 meter per second. Velocity of sound in air is roughly 330 meter per second. So velocity of sound in iron bar is very large. In the beginning only I told, in the theory classes you have studied. Understood this numerical? Okay. See here, this numerical can also be solved by using the formula V is equal to under root y divided by rho. If the value of y and rho are given, and value of y and rho are not given. So therefore we have solved by using the basic concept, that is velocity is equal to distance by time. Velocity is equal to distance by time, and thinking clearly you will get the answer. Understood? Okay. So now next, write the next question. Okay. Write down the next question. Write down the next question. If a splash is heard, if a splash is heard, if a splash is heard 4.23 seconds after a stone is dropped into a well. If a splash is heard, if a splash is heard 4.23 seconds after a stone is dropped into a well. If a splash is heard 4.23 seconds after a stone dropped into a well, 78.4 meter deep, 78.4 meter deep, come on. If a splash is heard 4.23 seconds after a stone is dropped into a well, 78.4 meter deep, comma. Find the speed of sound in air. Find the speed of sound in air. Understand the question properly, we'll get the solution. So find the speed of sound in air. So here, so what they have given, try to understand the question. So if a splash is heard 4.23 seconds after a stone is dropped into a well. So let us say this is a well, just for your understanding, okay. This is a well. So consists of water, pani. Okay, so now a person is here and a stone is dropped. A stone is dropped and it hits the water and it makes a sound, and that sound is heard by the observer at the top of the well. After how many seconds? So time taken is 4.23 seconds. So after 4.23 seconds the sound is heard. So height, the height of this well, the height of the well is given as 78.4 meter, 78.4 meter deep, and find the speed of sound in air. So we have to find the speed of sound in air. The velocity of sound in air is the question mark. Okay. So see here. So once the stone is dropped, from then the stone travels under the gravity. The stone travels under the gravity. So that is for downward motion of stone, for downward motion of stone, so it is u, that is initial velocity of the stone will be 0, and acceleration of the stone, that will be equal to acceleration due to gravity 9.8 meter per second square, and height travelled is 78.4 meter, 78.4 meter. So therefore, so time taken by sound, time taken by the stone to reach the water, time taken by stone to reach water, that is T1. I will write it as T1. So T1 is equal to, so we know the formula. Okay, so we can get the formula by using the formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. You know this formula? So this can be done as H is equal to ut plus half gt square. So u is 0. So on simplifying you will get, so it is t square is equal to 2h divided by g. T square is equal to 2h divided by g, and t, let us say it as time taken by the stone to reach the water is T1. Let us say that as T1. Let us say that as T1. So T1 square. So T1 square. So T1 is equal to, that is time taken by the stone to reach the water. T1 is equal to 2h divided by g. So call this equation number 1. Understood? Okay. Or h is given and g is given. You can calculate the no problem. So you can do the calculation. So T1 is equal to under root 2h. H is how much? Height, that is 78.4 divided by 9.8, and simplification you will get the answer as T1, that is time taken by the stone to reach the water, is 4 seconds. It will come so to be 4 seconds. Do the simplification. So T1 is equal to 4 seconds is the answer. Okay, so now once the stone reaches the water, the splash is produced, and that splash has to reach the ear. The time taken by the splash to reach the top of the well, that is time taken by splash to reach top of well is T2. Let us say that as T2. And they are given that T1 plus T2 is equal to 4.23 seconds, because the sound is heard after 4.23 seconds after dropping the stone. After dropping the stone, the sound is heard after a time of 4.23 seconds. So therefore T1 is we have calculated, and T2 we don't know. So T2 is equal to 4.23 minus T1. So T2 is equal to 4.23 minus 4. So that is T2 is equal to 0.23 seconds. So this is time taken by the splash to reach the top of the well. So therefore it is the velocity of sound. So from this we can calculate velocity of sound in air. Velocity of sound in air. Velocity is equal to distance traveled divided by time, and distance traveled is nothing but the height of the well, and time taken by the splash to reach the top of the well is T2. So V is equal to H. H is how much? 78.4, and divided by T2 0.23, and on simplification you will get velocity as, that is V is equal to, so I will write here velocity V is equal to 340.87 meter per second. So velocity of the sound in air medium is 340.87 meter per second. Understood this numerical? Simple. Try to understand the given situation, then you will understand the numerical easily. Okay. So the velocity of the sound in air medium is 340.87 meter per second, and calculator is allowed in the theory class, so you can use the small calculator and you can do the calculation. Okay. So same type of one more numerical I will give the homework, you do it. Write down one more numerical, same type but little bit different, you must be able to solve. Okay. A stone is dropped into a well. Write down the question. A stone is dropped into a well and its splash is heard at the mouth of the well. A stone is dropped into a well and its splash is heard at the mouth of the well after an interval of 1.45 seconds. After an interval of 1.45 seconds. You please stop. Write the question. A stone is dropped into a well and its splash is heard at the mouth of the well after an interval of 1.45 seconds. You please stop. Find the depth of the well. Find the depth of the well. You please stop. Given that velocity of sound in air, velocity of sound in air is equal to, velocity of sound in air is equal to 332 meter per second. Velocity of sound in air is equal to 332 meter per second. So here, so in this numerical what they have given? So they have given the time interval. So time t is equal to 1.45 second. Time after which the sound is heard 1.45 second, and velocity of the sound in air is 332 meter per second, and they are asking you to find the height h. H they are asking you to find the, and same kind of numerical and same formula. Just for short I will tell, just hint I will give. It is T1 plus T2. T1 plus T2 is equal to 1.45 they are given, and T1 is nothing but time taken by the stone to reach the bottom of the well, that is 2h divided by g, under root 2h divided by g, and T2 is the sound time taken by the sound to reach the top of the well, that is H divided by V. So is equal to 1.45, and simplify this, you will get the answer. So the answer will come so to be, answer also you write 9.9 meter. The answer for this one will come so to be 9.9 meter. This is just a shortcut I told, and you have to write for 5 marks. This solution you have to write for 5 marks. Understood? So the answer is 9.9 meter. The height will come so to be 9.9 meter. Hope you understood this question. Okay. Next question. Write down the next question. Okay. Write down the next question. For aluminium, the modulus of rigidity is. For aluminium, the modulus of rigidity is. The modulus of rigidity is 2.1 into 10 to the power 10 Newton per meter square. For aluminium, the modulus of rigidity is 2.1 into 10 to the power 10 Newton per meter square, and the density is 2.7 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. They have given. Write the question. For aluminium, the modulus of rigidity is 2.1 into 10 to the power 10 Newton per meter square, and density is 2.7 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. Cube list of. Find the speed of transverse wave in the medium. Find the speed of transverse waves in the medium. Find the speed of transverse wave in the medium. So the speed of transverse wave in aluminium. It is a simple question. This is 2 marks question. Speed of transverse wave. Transverse wave in aluminium or in any solid medium is V is equal to under root eta divided by rho. It is modulus of elasticity divided by density. So under root of modulus of elasticity, that is modulus of rigidity they are given. So that is 2.1 into 10 to the power 10 and divided by density is 2.7 into 10 to the power 3, and do the calculation, you will get the answer. So velocity of sound in aluminium is 2.79. 2.79 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the transverse wave. This is not for longitudinal wave, transverse wave. So velocity of a transverse wave in an aluminium or in a solid medium is given by V is equal to under root modulus of elasticity divided by density. We have studied all these things in the theory class. So modulus of elasticity, here they have given the modulus of rigidity. Okay, you get the answer. Understood? Okay. Next question. Write on the last question. Okay. A steel wire 0.72 meter long. A steel wire 0.72 meter long. How much? What is the number? I don't know, whatever the number. Okay. A steel wire 0.72 meter long, that is length of the wire is 0.72 meter. They are given. Long has a mass of 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. 5.0 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg. A steel wire 0.72 meter long has a mass of 5.0 10 to the power minus 3 kg. If the wire is under a tension of 60 Newton, if the wire is under a tension of 60 Newton, so tension in the wire is 60 Newton. If the wire is under a tension of 60 Newton, comma, what is the speed of transverse waves on the wire? What is the speed of transverse wave on the wire? So what is the speed of transverse wave on the wire? So speed of a transverse wave on a wire, the speed of a transverse wave on a wire is given by, so we know the formula, speed of transverse wave on a wire, on a solid wire is given by V is equal to under root T divided by mu. We have studied in the theory class. velocity V is equal to under root T divided by mu, where T is called tension in the wire and mu is called mass per unit length. T is called tension in the wire and mu is called mass per unit length of wire. Mass per unit length of wire. So that is, so mu is equal to m divided by L. Mass per unit length, mass divided by length, and mass is given as 5.0 10 to the power minus 3 kg, and length is given as 0.72 meter. 0.72 meter. So on simplification you will get the value of mu, and the value of T is given as 60 Newton, and substitute and you will get the answer. Understood the question? Substitute the values. It is V is equal to, so V is equal to under root T. T is 60 Newton, and this value comes out to be, calculation is left to you people. Do the calculation. It will come out to be 6.9 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg per meter. So 60 divided by 6.9 into 10 to the power minus 3 kg per meter. So on simplification you will get velocity of the transverse wave in a so V is equal to 93. V is equal to 93 meter per second. So this is the answer. Understood this question? This is the solution. So speed of a transverse wave in a solid rod or in a solid wire is given by V is equal to under root T divided by mu, and mu is mass per unit length, and mass is given, length is given. So get substitute, you will get the answer. Understood? Okay. Next, last question, one more question you write. We'll complete in one more class. Okay. This class and next one more class we will complete this chapter. Okay. So today, for today class, this is the last question. What is the last question? Maybe 8. Okay. In a sonometer experiment, in a sonometer experiment, in a sonometer experiment, the density of the material of the wire used is, the density of the material of the wire used is 7.5 into 10 to the power 3. 7.5 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. In a sonometer experiment, the density of the material of the wire used is 7.5 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. You will stop. If the stress of the wire is, if the stress of the wire is 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square, if the stress of the wire is 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square, find out the speed of the transverse wave in the wire. Find out the speed of the transverse wave in the wire. So what is the speed of the transverse wave in the wire? That is what we have to calculate. Okay. See here, this is sonometer. Don't get too much tensed. Sonometer is there, something is there, and this is not possible to solve. Nothing. It's a simple from the theory part. The same formula just now we have used. So a sonometer. So we have seen in the practical classes, that is a sonometer. There will be a wooden box like this, and one end is fixed, and a wire, aluminium wire or any other wire. So a soft iron wire will be there, and a pulley will be there, and over this pulley this a mass is hanging. A mass is hanging. So a mass is hanging. That is the wire is under the tension. Okay. So what they are given? The density of the wire they are given as the 7.5 into 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. See here, once again I will write the question. In a sonometer experiment, the density of the material of the wire is, the density of the material of the wire is 7.5 10 to the power 3 kg per meter cube. If the stress of the wire is 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 Newton per meter square, find out the speed of the transverse wave. Stress on the wire, because of hanging of the mass there will be stress, there will be tension. So that is, let A be the cross sectional area, of sonometer wire. of sonometer wire. Okay. Then tension in the wire is given by tension in the wire. Tension in the wire is nothing but force, restoring force. You can say it as restoring force. It is tension in the wire, F is equal to. So that is force is equal to, it is we know that stress is equal to force divided by area. It is tension divided by area. So tension is equal to stress into area. Understood? So tension T is equal to, or force F is equal to stress into A. So therefore T is equal to, stress is given as 3.0 into 10 to the power 8. 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 into A. Okay. So this is Newton into A. A is area. Area unit will come so to be meter square. So this is Newton per meter square divided into multiply by meter square. So you will get Newton. Okay. This is tension in the wire. And density we know that, and we have to calculate velocity of the transverse wave. And velocity of transverse wave is given by, in a wire, velocity of transverse wave in a stressed wire is given by V is equal to under root T divided by mu. Same formula, T divided by mu, that is mass per unit length, and mass per unit length is not given. Density is given, no? Okay, no problem. So this mass per unit length can be done as here. Alright, right? This mu is equal to, it is mass per unit length. So mass per unit length. Okay. So mass can be done as, that is density is equal to mass divided by volume. Density is equal to mass divided by volume. So and mass is equal to density into volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. So density into volume into length, that is per unit length. Per unit length is 1 meter length. So you will get density into volume divided by per unit length. Okay, per unit length 1 meter length. So therefore you can write mu is equal to, density is rho into volume of the wire. Volume, not V, small v nahi, capital V, volume of the wire, not velocity. Volume is length into cross sectional area. So that is, you write it as L. So L into cross sectional area is A divided by L. L cancel. So mu is equal to rho into A. Okay. So therefore V is equal to under root, that is velocity of the transverse wave. This small v means velocity of the transverse wave. V is equal to T divided by mu. Mu can be done as rho into A. So V is equal to under root T. T we have got here, tension in the wire we have got it as 3.0 into 10 to the power 8 into A. Okay. Divided by density, rho. Density is 7.5 into 10 to the power 3 into A. So now AA will get cancelled, so we'll get V is equal to. So V is equal to, on calculation you will get the answer as 200 meter per second. Do the calculation, you will get the answer as 200 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the transverse wave in the wire, in the experimental wire of the sonometer experiment. Okay. This is some simple numericals. This is 5 marks numerical. Okay. So such kind of numericals are important for the exam, and some more numericals we will solve in the next class. Some more numericals we will solve and we will end up this chapter. Okay.